Yo, what is going on, Geek Corner? This your boy, Erskmac, the mad scientist.
And it's your boy Boogie Blendz, living proof that you don't need the license to look this clean. But don't worry, I got one anyway. Welcome.
welcome, man, to one of the hottest black combo YouTube channels on this side of the Dakota-verse.
You already know.
We're Blurred Talk. Shout out to Vievo the Vibe. Shout out to the infamous Alvin Staley in his absence. You know what I'm saying? But
we're gonna hold it down. We're gonna hold down the fort though.
Oh, for sure.
The figurative fort.
Yeah, for sure, man. Boogie, what's been going on with you, cuz? What's been hanging? You been watching some anime? You've been reading some books?
Yeah, man. You know, we got a little bit backed up on the boys, right? We got caught up watching a whole bunch of different animes, JJK, catching up on Kaiju, catching up on Free Ren, catching up on a whole bunch of different animes. It's just been a minute, you know. And then when we saw that the new season of The Boys was out, we were like, man, we got to go ahead and watch the last season of Gen V. So we went back, watched like the last two episodes of the first season of Gen V, because, you know, after watching the previous season of The Boys, you see Kate and Sam and you know, and they make a mention of Marie Moreau there. But we had to get reacquainted with what happened. So we watched the whole second season of Gen V and then rolled right into The Boys. Yeah, to where we're at now. So we've been getting busy with the Boys and Invincible. I'm talking like we locked in every week. We're trying to we're hooked.
It's hard out here, man.
It's hard
out here, man. Listen. Oh man, I've been catching up on everything. Obviously, we already caught up on Invincible. We already caught up on The Boys. I think a new episode maybe dropped this week, and
today is the new episode of The Boys? Of Invincible, obviously.
Yeah. And then obviously, man, we was running a little late. You know, that's my fault. That's my fault because, you know, it's New Comic Wednesday. Every Wednesday, new comics drop, right? New comics drop. So let me tell you, I was pissed. Pissed for like maybe 10 minutes, for like 10, 15 minutes. Because I called this particular LCS, right? And I pre-ordered the Spider-Man Superman crossover, which is the Marvel version of it, right? Because A, I wanted to read it. B, I want to cover it for Saturday morning comics, right?
Okay.
And I called like 2 months ago. So on the way there, you know, pressed for time, all I got to do is pick up my books, right? So, but I looked around to pick up some other books. And I said, hey, I came to get my crossover, my Spider-Man, you know, Superman variant covers, my Sanford Green. Shout out to my frat brother Sanford Green, because I got that cover, by the way. But he was like, yeah, we don't have anything on your list. I'm like, but I called, you know, about a month and a half ago. And it's like, yeah, we can reorder it. Man, my water was boiling, dog.
Oh, no.
I was hot. Hot.
No.
I couldn't show it, right? Because this store always done good by me, right? You know, mistakes happen, right? That's why I keep saying in my head. And I'm like, man, mistakes happen. You know, players fuck up. It is what it is. So he was like, well, let me look around and see if it's in the bag. So he didn't see anything in the bag. And then he found an A cover for me. He found a Sanford Green cover for me. I wanted the Eric Larson cover because I like Spider-Man and Revenge of the Sinister Six. So he got me 2 covers by the end of it. He said, I'm so sorry about that. I'm like, bro, it's okay. It's cool. And I'm looking at my time, right? And it's like 6:15, 6:30. I gotta be back at the house by 7. I got to get the show off the road.
Right.
Got the books. There's also a book I got called The Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. I think that's what it's called.
That sounds insane.
Crazy. It looks insane. I ain't read it yet. I haven't read it yet, but just off name alone, I'm going to read it.
What?
The Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre, if I'm getting it right, because I don't have the books in front of me.
Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have the books in front of me right now, but
my wife just said she saw that.
Oh, a matter of fact, See, Sailor Serene Shio Flores said that story is wild. Like she's reading it. She's reading it.
Oh,
She said
she
that.
said, "Oh, Sailor." She said that story is wild. What is it? You said what?
She
Oh,
reading it.
I guess so.
It's the hippopotamus cocaine.
Oh, that Pablo Escobar had hippos,
Yeah, he did actually.
and they got loose and
Bro, you see this number? You see this number? Got 22 people up in the chat, bro.
oh, let's go.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. You know, hit that like button though. You new a visitor, hit that like button. Hit us in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up in that comment section because we can talk to you. We can talk to you. And it says like, oh snap! I call it the Florida man story.
The Florida man story. That sounds about right. That's crazy. That's wild. That she.
I'm reading that. I'm
She's
reading
on
that.
it. Yeah, I'm on it now.
I'm reading that.
Okay.
I'm reading
That
that. Yeah,
sounds
hit that like
wild.
button. Hit that like button. But yeah,
They're
man.
not killing hippos though, is it?
I don't know. I ain't read it yet. I haven't read it yet. I have not read it yet. I just know it's an insane story. The animation, the artwork is like crazy, and it's nuts. But I'm gonna read it and just see. But there's another book that I'm gonna read, and I'm gonna just tell you right out front. That's gonna be the indie comic of the week.
Okay.
It's called Masterminds. It's from Dark Horse Comics. So I'm gonna read that and then talk about that a little bit on Saturday Morning Comics. I did get the Marvel versus DC, not Marvel versus DC, Marvel DC crossover event with Spider-Man and Superman. And I'm going to talk about that. That's going to be the main event for Saturday Morning Comics. But today, though, today, we got to talk about that Invincible. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that, man. We might as well get into it right now.
Invincible is crazy, man.
Nuts. Let me just say, I got to get on my soapbox real quick.
Yeah.
All you Thragg doubters right here. All y'all.
Shit talking some. Yeah.
All of you that say that man was a fraud, that say that man was soft, that say that man was holding on to the skull like it was a teddy bear or something. But you know what?
If you're grown enough to talk back, you're grown enough to get fucked
up. Easy money. But he put y'all on notice though. He put y'all on notice though. Thragg packed them boys up like Amazon Prime packages with priority shipping, overnight shipping. He packed them up like UPS, United States Postal Service. That's how fast he was packing them boys up.
Yep.
And he didn't even flinch a move.
Sent them first class to God.
Easy.
Priority shipping. Yeah, you're right.
Easy. He said, y'all thought I was a fraud?
Tell y'all.
Yeah, you know what's amazing about this drug?
That shit always kills me, bro. Look, I knew Thragg was about that life. I really knew that he would do some damage. I did.
Yeah.
But I was waiting for him to do it. You know what I mean? Like all he was just I didn't see him make an example out of anybody, and I understand that they had to preserve their numbers. So he wasn't trying to like just get rid of Viltrumites, but like with the whole culture of the Viltrumites, you would think that he was just like, because what's his name with the monocle?
Thragg, General Thragg.
Yeah, General Thragg. He got
Thragg,
caught talking slick to Thragg a couple times, and he was just like, "Oh yeah," and he just turned around and left. So I didn't really see him really fuck. Fleischer said Thragg is low key out of shape. His barber's on point though.
Hey, that's why he was pissed. That's why he was pissed. They blew up that planet, and his barber was on that planet. The man had tears in his eyes. He like, my lineup is done.
Cooked. Yeah.
And I'm about to fuck all y'all up. But nah, so your experience with Thragg though, because this is you watching the show versus like reading the book. So what was your experience like watching it up to this point?
I mean, it was cool to see Thragg finally in action. I think everybody wanted to see that, right? Because he was being weird talking to that skull, and again, he was just stressed out the whole time. He didn't look confident. You know what I mean? He just kind of looked like a bitch. Like I understand what everybody, now I knew he was the the general for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I know the Grand Regent for a reason.
Yeah.
But it was just I was like, when is he gonna do something? So when I saw him finally snatch up the betrayer
Oh,
and saw him just pulling Omni-Man shit out, I was like, hey, yo, son. And then you know what I mean? So, and I see Melanin Minds over here talking about as a comic reader, they enjoy watching people freak out over Thragg and have no idea what's coming next. I cannot wait to see what happens next. And from what I understand, there's a ton more source material to go with this.
Yes, it is a lot of story materials. For a person that read the comics,
I can't wait.
Like rereading the comics, man, it is gory. Cause I got to go through some of the chats here right quick. Got to go through some of the chats. Icy Panda is trolling. Icy Panda is trolling. He like Immortal is stronger than Thragg. Thragg, dude. He is trolling right now. Yeah. So he said, "Yeah, we live, y'all. Better stop playing with Thragg, man. Y'all stop playing with Grand Regent. No, address him with respect. Grand Regent Thragg." And and Flight Trend says Immortal has better combat than Thragg, but Thragg is just so overpowered. It's unfair. If they had the same body, Thragg would get destroyed by Immortal. I feel like y'all trolling, man. Y'all trolling. Nolan already put that man on toe tags. Like, he came back, obviously, but yeah, Nolan already put that man on notice.
You talking about okay. I thought you were talking about what's his name? Conquest.
No. Conquest was even scared of Thragg. Conquest was like, what?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Thragg was like, what? Conquest was like, yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
He said, yeah, like, please make my death very painful so that others will learn or some shit like that. I was like, y'all on some other shit, bro. Y'all need to get off that sauce.
And Melamon said, I'm a common reader and I enjoy watching people freak out over Thragg. I don't think people are ready for what comes next. They're not. And this first of all, let's talk about the person that wasn't hooping at all. That wasn't hooping. That wasn't putting on points. No steals, no assists, no blocks, no rebounds, none of that. I'm gonna tell you who wasn't hooping out here. I can tell you straight out. It is Exhibit A. This mofo right here. This man's right here.
This does not contribute at all, man. Nah. He gets all these minutes. And don't produce shit, man. Just a headache. All he produces conversations about stop being a bitch. And you know, for the story, I guess it's cool. You know what I mean? But Oliver was really pissing me off for a hot minute.
Hey, man, he was warned. Oliver was warned. Like Nolan told him, hey, Thragg ain't what you want. Okay? I know this man. I came from the planet. He's one of the ones that sent me out here. Don't just run up on this dude like that.
Right.
What did Oliver do? He ran up on him. And he got his mouth tore out. Literally. I mean, like
tore out, bro.
Easy money, man. That was an easy dub for Thragg. Like, bro, like you really trying to get at me right now? You trying me right now? Like,
I mean, you know, maybe, you know, that's what Oliver needs, bro. He just needs to stop talking. I ain't mad at Thragg, bro. I really want to stand up for the motherfucker. Thank you, Thragg.
Nah, yeah,
Thank
right.
You, Thragg.
So
I don't have to hear him be a hoe anymore.
Nah. And from a person that like reread the comments, because I reread it, right? So there's a lot of moving parts after this. Like after this season ends, there's a lot of moving parts. There's one particular thing that happens in this story, which I'm very curious on if they're going to animate that particular incident, because that's going to lead to a lot of conversations. And for the people that don't spoil it in the chat, but it's going to be a controversial conversation. It's going to be. It's going to be a controversial conversation. And Some people gonna tell themselves. Some people gonna tell themselves. Some people not. It depends on which way you look at it. I'm very curious. Now, how Paul and and Debbie broke up, that is different from what I got on the book, comic books, because Debbie was on the phone with Paul, and then it's almost like she was getting into it with him on the phone. It was already put out there that they broke up. Now, mind you, Oliver, Mark, and Nolan was gone for a hot minute. So a lot of things changed. They were deployed.
It was. You said it was going to be months until until Mark got better.
Yeah. So you take his injury, how long they've been gone, how long, the fight was lasting, everything that happened with them, because Mark got injured twice. I mean, Conquest was making spaghetti noodles out this man's stomach. So it took him months to heal from that. And then you call yourself punching Thragg in the face, like point blank, like right here. Like, he x-rayed Thragg, and this man did not move. He was like, what is this that you just did to me? Like, I don't understand. And he was 2 seconds. Like, I literally 2 seconds for taking Mark out off the board. It would have been Invincible at that point. Like the whole
Invisible. It would turned into Invisible real quick. It ain't Invincible or nothing. And Icy Panda said he's a fraud.
That man ain't a fraud, bro. Here's the thing, like with me. Like when people saw the Viltrumite Empire, where they saw Nolan, they saw Thragg, they'd immediately put Thragg up against other characters of lore, right? I seen one where they put Thragg against General Zod. General Zod is packing that man up. Okay. They put this man up against Goku. Goku's packing this man up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just tell you right off rip. Krillin can pack the Viltrumite Empire up. Like, he can pack them boys up. Like, easy.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, easily.
Like, don't get it twisted. Like, Viltrumites don't know how to shoot energy blasts. Like, they don't know how to do that. They just got super strength and flight. And
they run up on your ass.
Right. They got durability, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, Chiaotzu could take out 3 or 4 of them just by blowing himself up. But, it just...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like base Vegeta blew a planet up with just 2-fingered it. That's easy.
Who did?
Like, Vegeta. Remember, he was on planet Arlia?
Oh, yeah.
And him and Nappa was on the space pod, and he was like, yeah, I'm about to blow this planet up. I'm tired of just looking at it. Like, planet busters.
Right. You think... I guess I'll find out. You know more about it. You know more about it than I do. So, like, I can't even, like... I gotta watch it. But to be honest, after seeing this, I do need to watch it. I'm not finna sit here and wait for next season. You got me twisted. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta read that.
Go on there and I gotta finish it.
Hey, Mel said, you see Thragg and get it back in blood on Earth because he know Big Paul. Hey, Paul a real G out here, dog. Paul is a real G. Don't mess with Paul. No mess with Paul. Paul out here with it. He all gas, no brakes with it. That's what he had. But Boogie, I'm gonna ask you this, because people are saying that another fraud alert. All right, people are saying this. Do you think Battle Beast is a fraud?
Nah, I don't think Battle Beast is a fraud at all. Battle Beast is definitely about that action. But I will say nobody has the assist that Allen got.
Oh, wait a minute, Allen? Yeah. I say Space Racer for me. I think he lead the league in assists.
Well, who got him?
Who, Space Racer?
Yeah.
Oh,
who was able to persuade him into coming and helping out though?
Oh, it was Allen. It was Allen though.
It was Allen.
Yeah, it was.
He's
Allen.
the MVP. Right. That was the assist right there. And he threw the alley, and the Space Racer came in with the oop.
Yeah, you're right.
So Allen to me he's my favorite character right now. Yeah, and he got hands.
He do. He definitely got hands. He gets stronger.
You
after
think he
every
beat
fight,
Battle
too.
Beast?
Nah.
Battle Beast is about that action, ain't it?
Yeah,
I like
he
Battle
is.
Beast a lot. He said, "You promised me more blood."
Battle
He said
Beast.
He said he didn't say shit until you got here, and that's all he had to say.
Yeah.
That's crazy work, bro.
You
You're fucked up. You got, you know what I mean? Like, there's something wrong with you, but you need somebody like that.
you say 3 letters, 1 word, and war. That's the
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Battle Beast is on it. He on the front lines. But
Loves
okay,
that shit.
y'all. People got to pay attention. Well, say the people that don't like read the comics or whatever, right? And those people are calling Battle Beast a fraud. But you
I don't
got to
get
pay
that.
attention.
Why?
What Thragg did to get Battle Beast out the way. He ripped off that jetpack and that mask and pushed him away. He didn't fight him head on. He just ripped off the apparatus and just go over there with it. Because had Battle Beast kept his stuff on, it'd have been a problem. That's when you probably would have saw.
Is that why people calling him a fraud?
Yeah, because how it looked. Okay, well, Thragg got a lick off of him because he punched him like in the stomach and he drew blood. And then he went after Thragg and Thragg ripped off like the jetpack and stuff and kind of like pushed him away. So
Right.
Battle Beast was really a non-factor really in space. I mean, yeah, he been knocking out like the Viltrumites because he usually fight 2 or 3 at once. You know what I mean? Because he just wants that shit.
Right.
Like the fodder, he was taking out the ads basically. But
Right. I don't think he's a fraud at all. I think,
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. If he was out there and he was fighting with his equipment on, he'd have beat the shit out of it. He'd have been a problem. It wouldn't have been what it was.
Mm-mm.
They would have had to get through him to keep going where they was going. They would have been held up for a minute.
And oh, wait a minute. Now Mel says Tech Jacket had hella assist on Viltrum.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, she did.
She shot them mans with them darts, and I'm like, go handle that. Knock their head off.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting them with the
Yo,
alleys.
just when I thought that she dipped off like that, she came back with Space Racer.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did help. Yeah, she did help out Space Racer. Space Racer is about to go to glory.
Alvin was almost in trouble fighting those 2 Viltrumites by himself.
Yeah.
He was about to die.
So here's a little story about Battle Beast. So Battle Beast comes from this planet that they were engulfed in war. And Battle Beast has a solo series like on Image Comics right now. The first volume is done. The second wave of stories is out right now. Obviously, the timeline is before this. What's going on? And I think this takes place after Battle Beast beat the shit out of Mark. And he said, y'all ain't nothing. So I'm going to go in this portal and be on out. But either way, he been in this war. So he has this curse. And that curse is what aids his bloodlust and why he wants somebody to take him off the board. He's not going to like handicap himself when he battles, but he wants a worthy death because you hear him says it throughout the season, right? It's that curse. He left his home planet because that planet is at peace and he doesn't want to bring that type of smoke to his home planet because they're done with it. He said the best course of action for me. That shit. Right. He said the best course of action for me is to leave this planet in peace and go find war, go find strong opponents until somebody actually ends me. And that's where he is. He's kind of like a reverse Kenpachi in ways because Kenpachi kind of limits himself. Battle Beast don't do that. He's like, you're gonna get what you're gonna get. But like if you like got like an arm injury or something, like you missing an arm or something, Battle Beast might injure his own arm to make it even. That, just off of respect. Yeah. But he ain't gonna willingly handicap himself to say, I don't just want this fight to last longer. It's like you're gonna kill me as you are. Kind of thing. So
you gotta respect that.
Yeah, you gotta respect that. And Battle Beast was sort of kind of non-factor in this season, but just wait.
Well, I mean, they didn't really go like they were showing they were showing the resistance backing off the Viltrumite forces, and you were watching the map just kind of slowly work out in their favor, and then
Yeah.
pushing the Viltrumites out, and you saw Battle Beast getting busy throughout some of that. So I know, you know, as far as what we've seen, we'd say that he's not a factor, a non-factor, but I think that maybe the one of the big reasons why they're been able to keep the Viltrumites so far out is because Battle Beast is doing his thing.
Yeah. And
beating people up.
And let's talk about Thragg for a second. Like Grand Regent. The Grand Regent one.
Skull is weird, bro. You're weird, man.
Okay, so you got okay.
Look at his chin, bro. Like with that smug dumbass. He just looks that, but that's what people are talking about, bro. He looks stressed out.
Yeah.
He looks stressed out all the time, like that fuck. Like he, you know what I mean? Like he always bitching. I'm glad he finally put his hands on somebody. Cause I'm not gonna front. I really was sitting there like the dude is weird.
But that skull though is like the former king. So okay, so understand like Viltrumite, like how their way of life or whatever the case may be.
No, I get it.
And like with him, his level of respect for Argyle is like unmatched, right? He's talking to it, but it's not like he hear Argyle's voice and his voice is talking to him. He's just saying, I don't know what's going on. And I look at that and I equate that when like in real life, like if you lose a loved one or whatever, sometimes you go to the gravesite and you actually have a conversation, right? But the thing is with him, he carries that skull around willingly.
Yeah.
So,
but that argument don't really even hold up, dog, because like you remember when Nolan became of age and his parents started putting the freaking paws on his they were putting the dum-dums on him and were about to kill him. And then his dad was like, "Oh, yo, hold up." And his mom was like, they were ready to kill Nolan. That's what they do. So the fact that he was snatched up and killed that way, it doesn't make sense for him to be acting that way.
But Argyle holds position. Like he held the top position. Nolan didn't hold no position.
He didn't hold no position, but like, you know, if you want to talk about loved ones, you talk about your own flesh and blood. And killing him, I understand that he had power, but you know, they knew he wasn't going to live forever. Somebody had to come up. You know what I'm saying? The way that all they know is violence. So it was weird for me to see him so obsessed with this skull and Argyle and all of that. Like the dude died, you're up next, and like I guess he's using that as motivation to not end up like him, maybe.
Yeah.
But the obsession with it is I feel like that's not consistent to like the Viltrumite way of life, I guess.
Yeah, and Melv says, to be honest, from the flashbacks of episode 7, it seems like Argyle listened to Thragg's advice more, which he did. Which he did. The dope part for that episode was the voice actors for Optimus Prime and Megatron being the ops to each other once again. Now that part was like Argyle. Yeah. You know, he was Thaddeus was, you know, Optimus Prime and Argyle was Megatron. You know, the voice actor's name escapes me right now, but when you hear the voice, you're like, wait a minute, I know that voice. You know what I mean? And so to see that come full circle, that's cool. Also, you know, Mark's voice actor, which is Glenn in Walking Dead, and Conquest is Negan from Walking Dead. And, you know, Glenn got his get back twice. You know what I mean? So some of that stuff come full circle. Also, there's always a joke about this show where some parts where the animation is lacking, that money went to the voice actors. There's a lot of famous voice actors on this show, and that's probably where the budget is. I have no complaints about the animation,
bro,
because
me neither, bro. Yeah. Me neither. And I feel like when the action needs to be on point, when the animation needs to be on point, it is on point. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like they're not doing much talking in those episodes. It's like it's hands. But I will say the production of the show, the music, fire. Whoever is producing the music on this show is A1. Yeah. And the voice acting is great. everything. The cinematics is great. I have never heard anybody bitching about the animation. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's more like, small group, man. Listen, I see 8 people up in the chat.
Put your ass up, man.
Go ahead and
Knucklehead ass.
hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got 10. Go ahead and hit that like button, man. 'Cause get some more people, like-minded individuals like yourselves in there. But I will say, like with Thragg is a calculating cat. All right, he don't go in there guns blazing. If you really, really pay attention to him, his only crash out, which is justifiable crash out, is when his planet got blown up because his home, what he loves so much, is no longer there. Like he lost his home, and then the Viltrumites that were there are gone. So you got at least about 37 Viltrumites that's remaining. So him crashing out because he knows Thaddeus is the one who killed his mentor. So off rip, that's why he ripped that man head off. Like, it was we gonna run these hands. So it wasn't none of that. No, I'm gonna rip your head off, though. You the leader. I'm about to take the head off the snake. And nobody else here can stop me. I feel like Thaddeus would have put up a good fight, though, if he was prepared for that Thragg onslaught. But I don't think he would have, won. But still, though. I feel like Thragg would still packed him up.
I don't know, man. I feel like Thragg, I know you say he's calculated, but every measure that he's taken so far has been way off.
So which leads to episode 8. With episode 8, at the end of episode 7, they couldn't find the Viltrumites. They couldn't find Nissa, they couldn't find Thula, Lucan, Thragg. They couldn't find anybody.
Right.
Mark came to the conclusion that, they on Earth.
They're on Earth.
And this man is going through like pre-PTSD, having dreams and visions of the Viltrumites going to Earth and destroying it, which is also in the books because it's kind of like that. Gets to Earth, don't see nothing. Everything's chill, right? Until he saw Thragg just floating in the air. He was like, yeah, I'm real and I'm here. Mm-hmm. I'm in here for quite some time. And everybody else that's with me, they're here on Earth too. And they blended in with everybody because what we're going to do, we're going to mate with everybody. So we're going to rebuild the populace. And that's going to take us about a few thousand years or whatever. And once we're there, then we dip out. So this is what I mean by he's calculating, because here are your terms. You can fight me now, and every Viltrumite is going to be on notice, and they're going to destroy this planet and everything that you love. Or you leave me the piss alone and let us do what we do. We won't interfere with Earth affairs. We don't interfere with superheroics. Nobody's not going to show their powers, and you're never going to see me again until,
I understand the logic there, right? The logic makes sense, but
that's the whole goal of Viltrumites, though, is to repopulate.
Yeah, is to repopulate, and they found that Earth is a suitable space for them to rebuild after the virus came out on planet Viltrum and completely destroyed their population, right? That's the whole reason Nolan was there to begin with, is to go there to see, and it worked out, right? Because you had Mark, and who's clearly obviously a problem. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, although I understand the logic, he's had the same sound logic in about 3 other plans already, and he's come out on the short end every time, right? So like, I understand the logic, and it's working out right now, but you already like you already know Mark is gonna some shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. I ain't read it. I know there's a whole bunch of people here who've read it and seen it already. It ain't gonna work out for Thragg, bro. It ain't gonna work out for Thragg.
Yeah. Well, some people doing fraud alerts on Mark too, man. It's like, why does Mark get packed up every single time in the fight?
Because he's limiting himself. He doesn't want to be a bad person. He understands who he is as a Viltrumite, and he doesn't want to be a Viltrumite. He doesn't want to lose his humanity. So he has a whole different like internal battle going on right now that none of these other cats have. So yeah, he's a problem. They might call him a fraud, but he is more than capable of doing what, or soon will be more than capable of everything that Thragg is doing. It's just that he has a moral compass that Thragg doesn't have, you know?
So my theory is a little bit different. I think when it comes physically, like when it comes to Mark, every time Marks get packed up and he's near death, he gets legitimately stronger. So if he fights that same person, the results may be different, but the people that he fights are consistently stronger than him. Like he's consistently fighting up. That's what he's doing. He's not staying in the same vein. Like if like you pay attention to what happened like with season 4, the people that he went up against, season 1 Mark wouldn't have measured up to the enemies that he fought in season 4 or 3 or 2 for that matter. Like and Viltrumites, especially like with that flashback with Thragg and when Argyle died and Thragg said we're gonna do like this culling and the weak gonna get muzzled out and y'all figure that shit out and I'm gonna go in here and shut the door and wait. And because those guys are low level, kind of like Saiyans in a way, because you got like low class Saiyans, you got Saiyan elites, and then you got the royalty and all that other stuff. So they're different classes. They never really say that. And correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I don't think they even explain the classes in Viltrumites. It's just that what we came up with. But like Mark started off like low level, you know what I mean? And I will say right now, he's like mid level, at this point. And obviously he's going to get stronger. That the show is about him primarily. But like with Thragg, on the surface, you can see where some stuff did fall through. And that is a step ahead of him because you got that virus. Because he knows he can't just bust up in there because that virus is taking people out.
Right.
And so, speaking of that virus, Thaddeus was have so much forethought at the point of his death, he left Alan like a video message. You're like, listen, this is for your ears, your eye only. I still got that virus, cuz. And right now, kill all Viltrumites. I don't give a damn. That basically what Thaddeus told Alan. Because Alan, Alan's a new guy now. He's a new head of the coalition. So like Thaddeus said, hey, here's this virus. Take out every single Viltrumite. I do not care. So that can include Mark. That can include Nolan. You know what I'm saying? Depends on the severity of the situation. But like with Thragg though, he got Mark at checkmate. It's nothing Mark or Nolan can do. Like you on Earth, you can fight us. You can bring the coalition, dog. But we're gonna fuck everything up first. So what you gonna do?
Hey, bro, but you gotta think though. Let's say you gotta think. Like, is he right? Even if it was to kill Nolan and it was to kill Mark.
Oh,
the virus. You know what I'm saying? Is Alan, would Alan be doing the right thing by being like, well, hey, bro, like, thank you. You know what I mean? Like you saved humanity, but y'all wildin'.
That'd be some bitch shit on his part. I ain't gonna hold you. That'd
on Alan's part?
It would be because of what Mark and Nolan did for you, or whatever case may be. Because if it wasn't for Mark and Nolan, you wouldn't have none of the successes that you have. So you owe them that much, especially after what Nolan did on Earth the first time and how he befriended Nolan in prison and how they escaped and how much Nolan has changed from that point because he got a long time to make amends. He tried to do it with Debbie. Debbie like, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit up until the end of the season. And, Debbie was like, Debbie's a dog. She was right in saying what she had to say to Nolan. She was like, you don't get to dictate when I need to apologize or when I need to like accept the fact that you did some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's my time. Like, I'm happy now. You can go to hell. Like, that's how she was up until the last episode, obviously. But
Right.
she was still on that kind of time. And so, like, you still got no right. You know what I'm saying? But Nolan was also right, too. He said, you know, you give second chances. You believe in second chances. I thought it was a joke at first, but to see that in action, I know you will give me a second chance. That's what Nolan said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was a little presumptuous of him.
Yeah.
But he had a point, though.
Mel brought up a point too. I completely forgot about that. When the Scourge virus was redone, he did include human biology in it. So I guess you're right. It would take out all of Earth too.
Yeah.
So at that point, you did all of that for what? You might as well just let. Well, I'm just saying, Earth. You know what I mean? As long as the Viltrumites, if they were to go and repopulate Earth, it's just going to be the same shit. It's just going to be the same shit. You know what I mean? You got to beat them now. You got to fight them right now. You got to beat them right now while there's 13 of them left.
Well, 37.
Or 37 of them left. Golly, 37 of them left.
37. But he's saying, like, okay, per the book, it's like a few, like 1,000 years or a few thousand years, right? So the people that Nolan and Mark care about, they will no longer be there on Earth. It's like,
right.
If you let us do this, the people that you normally care about is not going to be here anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, which is your best course of action here? Like, what do you want to do? Like, sure, you can have the coalition of planets show up. Sure, you can have Space Racer pull up and try to assassinate us, but he only gets one shot per few seconds. So you can have Battle Beasts. Ooh, hold up. You don't want Battle Beasts on this planet again. So that's why I say Thragg was playing chess, not checkers. I mean, even after he could have very easily destroyed Earth, like no problem. Just over GP. Like you take my home, I'm gonna take yours.
Yeah, but he can't. That's the chip that Earth got. Like he can, but what is he gonna do? Go back on the run or on the hunt for another planet to inhabit? To you know what I mean?
Mark was already a proven point. Yeah, Mark was already a proven point as a human.
Right. He's everything that they needed to see. At that point, they're like, oh yeah, this is gonna work. So I mean, even if he wanted to destroy Earth, that's gonna do him no favors.
No, not at all. Now, I mean, he did a smart play. Like with him. And like, I know when I talk about Debbie, the other cat that I want to see this done differently as far as the animation is concerned. How Mark gonna go to Cecil, because all intents and purposes, Mark thought Conquest was dead. Cecil kept that man alive.
Oh yeah. Facts.
Right. Mark was like, yo.
Yo, facts. That's right.
I killed you. No, you didn't.
You didn't. Your boy was feeding me, bro. He was keeping me alive, bro.
My thing is, why he didn't make an android out of him like he did everybody else?
I'm still trying to see Cecil's, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe that Cecil is an inherently bad dude. You know what I'm saying? I think that he understands Viltrumites. You know what I'm saying? He understands a little bit more than anybody else in that. So I think he's right to be cautious. But he do be doing some hoe shit though.
Yeah. He has the right intention, but
I don't think he's a bad dude.
Execution.
Yeah, for sure, bro. No, for sure.
Terrible execution. And so I'm gonna share screen some books that you guys can actually check out here. It's on Global Comics. So there's like compendiums. So there's like Head of the Class, there's Compendium 1. Those books are thick. There's Invincible Universe, Battle Beast, like I told y'all. This is a real good one. There's one for Adam Eve. She's OP, is all get out. There's Deadly Ground. There's Science Dog. That's a part of the Invincible Universe. And Adam Eve and Rexplode. That's also another one. Actually, there's another one called Capes, and that's in. Yep, there it goes right here. Yep, it's called Capes. Robert Kirkman. So that's another one that you guys can actually check out. You can see
That's the same universe.
Yep, same universe. Because this character should look familiar. Because
yeah,
the gangster guy. So yeah, I would highly recommend these books to read, especially with the Invincible universe. Going in because there's a lot of let me tell you, rereading it because like you, I got impatient. Like I read it like a while back, you know what I'm saying? But it's been so long since I read it. I like, okay, let me remind myself what exactly is going on, what's going to happen, prepare myself, right? There's a lot of lore, bro. I don't understand. It's going to be very interesting on how many seasons this will be, but they did cover a lot within these 8 episodes. I will definitely say that. They did cover a lot in these episodes. There are some differences. Like Ted Jacket in the comics is a guy.
Okay.
Mart's first girlfriend wasn't black, but she's black in the show.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So there are some differences. How Paul and Debbie, handled that breakup, that's a difference too. Battle Beast having that conversation with Alan, Ted Jacket, and Mark, like what they want their last meal to be, that's a little bit different. So there are some nuanced things, not really deviating from the story altogether, but there is. So, and there was
another one I feel like you mentioned at one point that was like way off. Let me see if I can find it. But I was like, man, what the hell?
Yeah. And why
you
go
ahead? I'm looking for it.
Yeah, why you doing that? So there's a lot of things. So Alan is under like a lot of pressure. And now that he's head of the coalition, and this is something he was, thrust upon him. So now he's thinking as a leader now more than a soldier. And as a leader, you're going to make some tough decisions, and you're going to make some decisions that is not going to appeal to the people that you are cool with. Nolan and Debbie is all planet. Like they on the space station, and Nolan is trying his best to make amends with Debbie for stuff that he got going on. Paul called it out. He said, listen, I ain't mad at the breakup, but you're different. You're used to like people that fly around, people come from space. You used to this. Like, I know I don't measure up to that. You know what I'm saying? Paraphrasing. And Debbie tried to stop him. She's like, no. Like, I'm telling the truth here. I'm just being real myself. I'm not mad with you. You know what I'm saying? But go do what you set out to do, which kind of prompted her, which really did prompt her to go with Nolan into space. Like to live on a space station or whatever, or Telestria. So, and left Mark and, thick Adam Eve now on Earth to handle their situation. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put it out there. Adam Eve out here, thick up. She thick up. She thick up. Man, Mark had no issues with that. And I know in the books, she was talking about like gaining weight. Mark like, hey, hold up. Nah, hey, don't even finish that sentence. I like how you look. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I said I like that. You know what I'm saying?
I said I like you, and I want you.
Man, hey.
You need to get out your flesh.
Hey, Mark was ready, bro. I mean, he been gone for months or whatever. And then obviously, Adam Eve, told him what happened with, losing the baby and stuff. So, and how she's coping with that. Also, the Guardians of the Globe. You got to worry about them. Remember that robot and I forgot the character's name that escapes me, the person that he's in love with. They got trapped in that universe, remember? So, not going to spoil it for you like that, but pay close attention to the robot.
Okay.
Pay close attention to the robot. Like I said, there's a lot of lore in here. Oliver is always on some fun shit. That man do not hoop, bro. That man ain't.
You want to be in the gym?
That man ain't hooping. And this say I read the books. Oliver is not my favorite. He never been. He was never in my top 5. He never was in my top 5, man. He ain't there with it. He ain't there with it. For me, obviously, Mark, Battle Beast is my number 1 straight out. That's my guy. That's my guy.
I think Alan is my guy.
Alan good. Alan good. Adam Eve's my girl. Adam Eve's my girl.
I know Alan is a lot less impervious than a lot of these other people, but
Mhm.
I like underdogs anyway.
As you should. As you should.
Yeah.
As you should. I mean, for me, I think they're gonna do 1 season a year, and I think that's a good thing in a way because it prompts people to go read the books and from start to finish. Because I can guarantee y'all, if you never read Invincible, like the compendiums is all out there. If you never read Invincible, after finishing this season, I know in your head, damn it, I got to know what happens next. So when you start reading the books, you ain't going to put it down. You're not going to put it down. Hours is going to pass by. You're like, damn, where the time went? Where the time go?
I'm that type.
Yeah. And by the end is a button. I feel like the loose ends got tied up and everything is in a bow and it ended the way it should have. And that makes sense. But also with this, let me know how you feel about it. Okay. So you watched the first 4 seasons of Invincible. I feel like between that and The Boys, it's kind of like a realistic take on Cape shit. Like, do you feel that way?
Yeah, I do. Like if superheroes were real, there would be all type of politics behind that shit. All type of politics behind that shit. And I guess at face value, I guess The Boys takes it a little bit further there than Invincible, but not really, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the government is tracking, like they know Adam Eve, they know all of these superheroes are there. I mean, the attack is different, the antagonist is different. The Viltrumites aliens, that's different, but but yeah, as far as having superheroes, like a real life take on having superheroes, I don't think it would just be like all peaches and cream and these vigilantes out here just helping out or working with the police department. Like they would be part of the government, and there would be all type of politics attached to that.
Oh, absolutely. But that's how the first episode in the first season started, or at least the first half of that episode.
Right.
Because it started off like as some regular superhero stuff.
Right.
Then you get to the end of that episode, and Nolan completely wrecking.
Where Nolan is like the Homelander, you know what I'm saying? Like, and with the rest of the 7, like figuratively speaking, and then Nolan went ape shit. Yeah.
So, I will say bravo to this season of The Boys. I am very, like I said, there is a iconic is not the word I'm gonna use, but there is a pivotal point in this book, in this story. I am very curious on if they're going to go there with that. And the people that read the book know exactly what I'm talking about. They know exactly what I'm talking about.
What it got to do with
Viltrumites? I'll tell you that. Viltrumites. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. A Viltrumite or just Viltrumites in general?
A Viltrumite. You never
that we've met.
Yes, you definitely have seen them. You definitely have seen them.
But we had no idea that they were Viltrumite this entire time.
Oh no. We know that. We know that for a fact. Because matter of fact, there was a scene where Mark was saying something, and the Viltrumite started paying attention. But one particular one paid attention a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like just like. Okay. All right. Kind of like that.
And what season was this?
This season. It's this season. Matter of fact, is it episode 7? Yes, episode 7. Watch episode 7 again and like pay very close attention. to like when it was in space and Mark's whole speech or whatever.
Okay.
But also, okay, in the books, I want to say Nolan and Mark was on planet when they saw Thragg because they flew around and didn't see nobody. And like, I don't see Thragg in it. Thragg was like right there behind him. And then that's when Thragg had that conversation with him. He's like, look, this is your alternatives. And Nolan was like, I think we should take that deal. Mark was like, you crazy? I ain't taking that deal. I ain't doing that. I'm not, no. And as he's saying no and no and no, his PTSD starts shaking up and he starts visualizing everybody that he loves getting murked by Thragg. He was like, yeah, I'll accept that term. Because Nolan knew what time it was. He was like, Mark, just go in there and accept them shits. We ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Nolan told him, we ain't got it, fam. Like, pay attention to, listen to your daddy. Like, Oliver didn't listen to his daddy.
Yeah, he's been learning the hard way.
Yeah, and Nolan got uppercut to the moon. You know what I'm saying? But he was able to take that punch though. But Oliver, after the first punch, got a whole mouth sawed off. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else looking at Oliver like,
wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
You know what I'm saying? So they told that man. They told him straight out. They told him. So I would say Nolan, very wise. He you know, if anybody you want to listen to as far as Viltrumite lore, it's definitely him. It's definitely him. And you know, yeah, Nolan has a secret as well. You get to learn about that as well. So there's a lot of moving parts, man. That's just Viltrumite stuff. We even talk about Earth. We ain't even looking at Earth right now. Earth got a whole nother can of worms that's going on its own without the Viltrumites being involved. They got their own shit. But definitely worth the read though. I haven't picked up Capes. I will pick up Capes and, you know, read that. I did finish the volume of Battle Beast, and
Am I frozen?
No. You good? You
oh yeah,
good? Yeah, yeah. You good?
Okay.
Yeah. Now you froze just now.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you froze just now.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, everything is freezing up. If as long as you can hear me, I guess I'm good.
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you just fine. And you know, you look blitzed in that freeze frame though. That freeze frame is diabolical.
Is it? I'm not though. I was trying to just find something on the internet real quick.
Oh, what you trying to find?
I found it already. I was looking for it was something boys related or Xbox related, I meant.
Oh, yeah. Oh, matter of fact, now that we on say we on the Amazon Prime kit, we gotta talk about the boys. You already know. If you're in the chat, go ahead and hit that like button.
Bro, am I still frozen, dog?
Yes, you're still frozen, dog. You're still frozen. Still frozen out here in these streets.
Oh Lord.
What, you mess with the camera?
No.
Man, you don't get out and come back in?
Okay.
Yeah, you can get out and come back in. Now, people in the chat, man, I want to hear y'all opinions on Invincible, this season of Invincible. I know we was a little hot last season because they gave us like what, four episodes, I think. And then they gave us like some kind of gap. And we were like, we didn't want that. We want the whole freaking season. Like, what are you doing? But I really did enjoy this season. of Invincible. Everything was well animated. The story was drawn out well. And I'm very curious on what season 5 gonna bring and what season 6 gonna bring. And just see what happens. Just to see what happens. But now I know the next thing we're gonna be talking about is The Boys, like this final season of The Boys, and I'm gonna wait on Boogie Blendz to come back because he's having a little technical difficulty that's going on right now. Having some technical difficulties right now. Now, also tomorrow, just to let you guys know, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm having the great Joseph Illich on the show. He visits the Geek Corner, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you're not familiar with Joseph Illich, you definitely should be familiar with the Dakota Incident, the new history of DC, which he is over. And the new history of DC, Dakota Incident comic has its second printing, right? The second printing came out today. We're definitely going to be talking about that. We're going to definitely talk about his experiences with Milestone Media, and the founders of Milestone, and also about IPs, by intellectual properties, because me and him follow each other on Threads. Definitely going to educate the masses as far as what's going on. So it's going to be a very, 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 very good show as far as Joseph Illich is concerned. Also, we got Saturday Morning Comics. Saturday Morning Comics is on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, live. Ladies and gentlemen, Saturday Morning Comics, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We talk comics. I have the indie comic of the week. Recommend the indie comic, because one thing I will say about, covering independent comics, especially on the comic book channel, is that sometimes I don't get a lot of views. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy. Outside of the big two, I have covered some indie comics, and some got a good bit of views, and most of them didn't. The Marvel stuff, the DC stuff, those get the most views. But I will say the videos that I do get the most views on are obviously black covered books. When it comes down to Storm, I did a Mr. Miracle. Say, hey guys, we had a black Mr. Miracle that was on Saturday Morning Comics. But one thing is for sure, when it comes down to indie comics and black indie comics is that those stories tend to be better than the big two. They tend to be better. Like Invincible, proof is in the pudding. Invincible is an indie comic. Walking Dead is an indie comic. The Boys is an indie comic. I wasn't really too keen on The Boys. I did start reading that as a comic book. I just couldn't jump into it like that. But The Beauty, independent comic. You know what I'm saying? So independent comics got very good stories, man. I feel like some of you guys need to check out indie comics a little bit more, especially I know there's certain loyalties, right? Some people are loyal to Spider-Man. For better or for worse, the Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker. For better or for worse, loyal to Spider-Man. They got it on their pull list every single day, and that's Marvel keeps pumping that thing out. Batman the same way, Superman the same way, Wonder Woman the same way, X-Men the same way. It might change writers here and there, but obviously Miles Morales is the better Spider-Man these days. Just to keep it a bean. And Mr. Acapulon, he said, I'm here for Black Indians Talk, even though that's not for today. Hey, man. I always gonna slide that in there, man. Always gonna slide it in there for Black Indie Comics. Always gonna do that. Slide that in there. But I did get some indie comics. I did get The Phantom. Today, mainly because of the most recent announcement of the Phantom series. That's going to be directed by a black man. You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of got into that. I was like, you know what? Let me get the Phantom comic. Let me just read it and, see if I like it, see if I dig it. But I will be watching the series, right? There is a Phantom movie, and that came out in the 90s. And matter of fact, let's not live in ignorance here. Let's not live in ignorance. You see, The Phantom, it came out in 1996, and Billy Zane was the Phantom. And I remember watching this movie as a kid, and I actually liked it as a kid, but also my movie taste was a little different. I like Surf Ninjas. I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If it was anything that was superhero-like, I knew the Phantom by his costume. I like, oh man, he got a dual pistols and all that other stuff. So back then, I actually did like it. I liked the Phantom. Now, have I watched it since then? No, I haven't watched it since then. I should check it out again just to see how I feel about it. Hell, back then, I liked Street Fighter. Like the 90s version with Jean-Claude Van Damme, he was coked up out of his mind. So I like that. For some reason, like as I get older, I feel like that Street Fighter, the 90s version, was like my comfort movie for whatever reason. Like I can turn that movie on and go to sleep. You know what I mean? For some reason, I got like some memories of that movie. Now, when it comes down to that Street Fighter movie that's coming out this year, I think just give you a little insight. I think this movie, by the trailers, because I have not seen the movie or had secret screenings of the movie or whatever, but judging from the trailers alone, I think that this movie is the best version of Street Fighter, the best way you can tell a story about Street Fighter, if that makes sense. Because Street Fighter on its head is over the top from Street Fighter 2. Like if you look at some of the animations in Street Fighter 2, it is a little over the top. So, you know, if you're going to lean into the silliness, lean into that, right? Mortal Kombat is, I feel like is Mortal Kombat 2. Let me put that out there. Mortal Kombat 2, I feel like is going to be better than Mortal Kombat 1. You know, especially with the character from Mortal Kombat 1, the movie. And nobody really did like that character. Like, why you put that character in there? And a lot of people speculating that he's going to be the Blind Swordsman, Mortal Kombat character. His name escapes me right now. And I think we got 2 video game movies. We got Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat 2. That's just crazy. So, but back to Street Fighter though, it's supposed to be over the top. You know, it centers around. You see Kim kicking the car. Obviously, I feel like they're going the route of Street Fighter 1, and then they're going to go into Street Fighter 2, because I do see the banner for Street Fighter 2 with Bison on the front going down the skyscraper, right? I do see that. And you can easily say the Street Fighter 1 tournament was won by Ken Masters. He's like the U.S. martial arts tournament winner. That's part of his story. Like, he is a martial arts champion, right? So we got Boogie Blendz back. How you feeling there, bro?
Better.
Oh.
I'm not frozen.
No,
Looking
you're not
smack.
frozen. You did a little smack. You did a little smack. Oh, real quick. I was talking about Street Fighter, the trailer, man. How do you feel about that? You feel like it's right on the money?
I mean, looks okay, I guess. I'm not really blown away by it. Not super blown away with the Mortal Kombat trailer either.
Yeah. Really? I
To
feel
be
like
honest.
Mortal Kombat 2 is better than 1, just by definition. Just by.
I guess. You know what? Actually, now that you mention it,
Yeah.
which trailer are you talking about?
Well, the most
When did it
recent
come out?
trailer.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think I might not have seen that, to be honest.
Yeah, the most recent trailer of MK2 and the most recent trailer of Street Fighter. Obviously can't play it really because copyright and all that. But I would say go check those out and just see, because now it's more expanded. You know what I'm saying? They got like some story behind Street Fighter 2. And obviously people were saying Mortal Kombat 2, because I think some people seen the screening already. You're like, this is probably it's a very gruesome movie. Fatality wise.
Okay.
Like right on the money.
It should be. I feel like that's on par. That's what I feel like that's why people go see that movie for.
Yeah. And I think I want to say, I'm speculating, I want to say Shao Kahn was fighting Katana's father and gave him a fatality treatment. But I'm not sure if it was him or Kung Lao. But Kung Lao's dead, but obviously, you can resurrect people, But I want to say this Katana's, Katana's father. So
the first Mortal Kombat was a classic, though. I think this one will be like an instant classic.
Talking about the 90s Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah. 90s Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Which is crazy though when you think about it, because okay, we the same age range, right? So growing up seeing Mortal Kombat, the movie, even though it was PG-13, we didn't care. It was the music, it was a martial arts and it was rap. And if you were to think about it, it was only a handful of martial arts in the movie when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was perfectly made. I ain't gonna hold you. Now that I look back on it though, as an older cat, it should have been rated R though. It should have been rated R though.
Looking back at it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, should have been rated R. But that Johnny Cage Scorpion fight was goated to me.
That shit was the Johnny Cage Goro fight too.
You're like, welcome. Hey man, Scorpion beat the brakes off of Johnny. he kicked the shit out of that man,
him, bro. He did, man. But Johnny Cage should have knew what it was, bro. But you know what? That he had his head filled up because he beat Goro.
No. But that was before Goro. He fought Scorpion.
Oh
first.
yeah, that's right.
Right. I mean, he did kill Goro though. He like $800 sunglasses, asshole. Like
that's which is crazy, because I remember Goro was that guy when I was coming up when he got introduced. Everybody was like, "Bruh,
yeah,
I got 6 arms."
He punched you across the screen, dog.
He got 6 or he got 4 arms. It's 6, right?
He got 4.
It is 4. It is 4.
Yeah, it's Goro, Kentaro, Shiva, and then Motaro, which is the half man. Well, yeah, he was the half man,
Minotaur?
half hard. Yeah, Minotaur, yeah. But Kentaro was in 2, and he had like the tiger stripes, and he was part of a different clan or whatever. But Shiva was part of Goro's clan, if I ain't mistaken. But
right.
Either way, The Boys, man. How you feel about The Boys, the final season so far?
Man, it is a telling show, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Show makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I like it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
It makes people uncomfortable. it make
I'm gonna tell you, man. I can't say The Boys make you uncomfortable, but I will say,
not me. It don't make me uncomfortable. It makes some people uncomfortable. Not me though. I'm loving it.
Hit dogs a holler, man. Hit dogs a holler.
Yes, sir.
Every single time.
Yes, they will, man. Ain't that the truth? And you see it too. Like if you pay attention to like the hats that they wear and stuff, walking around, and you pay attention to like a lot of little really small, like little slick stuff. You see it, man. I'm here for all of that. I love it.
Yeah, I like the most recent episode. Now, obviously, I'm very curious on how it's going to end. Like, I know how the comics end. Even though I wasn't really into it like that, I just kind of like, let me see what happens at the end. That kind of thing. I wasn't really into the comics like that. But I read up to that point. I did a egregious act. But it is a difference between the show and the books, right?
Is this next episode the finale?
No,
right? There's going to be just a few episodes left here.
Yeah, I think there's a few episodes.
Do you like the way the comics ended?
Not really.
Oof.
Not really. I really didn't. But I feel like it's teetering towards that in ways. And then somebody put up a meme, right? That Butcher every season, I got a plan to kill Homelander. But we got to go somewhere dangerous. It never works out. Every plan that he has when it comes to killing Homelander never works out because there's always an anomaly or something that happens.
Well, I really like. Obviously Sage got something up her sleeve. There's something Sage is working right now, and she's working as the assistant or the I guess consultant to Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen her play out everything.
Yeah.
Well, Black Noir was a Homelander at one point, but he was like the first, I think, wasn't he like the first iteration of Homelander?
Who's that, Soldier Boy?
Black Noir.
Oh, now in the comics, it's like he's like a clone or something like that. But
a clone, that's what it is. A clone.
Yeah.
It was
he was Homelander, but instead of Homelander doing that egregious act with Butcher's wife, it was actually Black Noir that did it. I don't think that's the avenue they're going to go with this in this show, because it's hard to reveal who Black Noir is, the new one, and this guy used to talk, keyword, but and also how you been treated on the most recent episode when they broke into Old Boy's facility and they got Edgar. They got Edgar out of there. Right. And he the Deep, bruh. I need him to suffer like the worst death. I cannot.
Like at the beginning though, I felt bad for him, but I didn't feel bad for him. You know what I mean? Because he was a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Bitch.
He a bitch. But I felt bad for him because like with the animals and stuff like that, like he cared about all of them, and everybody just laughed at him all the time. Like he was a joke. So he probably did a lot of the dumb shit he did trying to be somebody he's not. Yeah, look, I feel you, dog. I do. I hear you. He's a bitch. And with all of that shit, like when he got all butthurt about Soldier Boy being the number 2, and he was like, man, I figured he wouldn't be the one for the job, man. I see, if it was me, I would have did this and I'd have did that. Yeah. So he is being like a bitch, you know what I'm saying? But he's also never, ever, 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 ever been taken serious. Ever.
Right. No, he never been taken, but mainly because of his bitch-like behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like A-Train called that man out. He was like, bro, you scared. Just say
and scared. Like, yeah, but would he be scared though if he was like treated like everybody else? He's weird though. He had a complex. Like I remember season 1, like he assaulted Starlight.
Yeah.
Right. So like ain't nothing really redeeming about that. You know what I mean?
No.
But so he's definitely a bitch. But I think not to excuse it, but I feel like a lot of it is just like he's having an identity crisis of being a superhero, but also and part of the 7, but also being a big fucking joke.
Yeah,
and he knows
man,
it.
Fake, man. Like I think with him, like A-Train. Okay, if you look at A-Train's art, right, like how he was first introduced, this man's like redemption art was done like perfectly. It wasn't like no overnight thing. How it ended with his death, which was a shock in all kind of situation, because now there's like key factors, like there's some things at stake here. Not everybody gonna survive. But A-Train getting killed the way he did, that kind of lets us know that he's not everybody's gonna be safe. But the person had the most lasting impact on Homelander would be A-Train, because A-Train was like, man, you a bitch. Like, what would you be without your powers? Soft.
Right. Yeah. Like, and I like that A-Train didn't give him the satisfaction whenever, like at the end either. He laughed in his face like, you a bitch and you ain't nobody. All the way to the end. I love that he didn't give Homelander the satisfaction of acting scared, like he was scared of him or anything like that. He just took it like a G.
Yeah. And that definitely got a lasting impact on him. Like the conversation that Homelander had with, a dead A-Train, was like, man, I was good to you. And, I let you, do this and that and the third and boom, boom, boom. Like, but, as a black man, this listening to Homelander speak to A-Train like that is almost equivalent to like a slave owner talks to a slave that said, "Oh, I've been good to you," and all this other stuff, and boom, boom, boom. Right. Why did you make me do that? Like that kind of situation. So
exactly. And
I think that was done by design. I think that was done on purpose. And just like everything is purposeful in The Boys. Like, unless you just a complete dumbass and you don't see what's going on how you say, just in case you're dumb and you don't understand who we poking fun at, let me put it in your face this final season and let you know you are the people that we're poking fun at.
Right.
And this is, and let me show you how ridiculous it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that whole church service though. Yeah, that was ridiculous, man.
Genius.
Homelander was like, what the fuck is going on around here? Like, the way his eyes was looking, he was like, man, what is this? Like, y'all serious right now? So Homelander's going to have some kind of internal thing. Like nobody loves this man. Like Soldier Boy calling him a bitch. Like, you my son, but you a bitch.
you could even see like when Soldier Boy was getting all that press and everything, and they were like, oh, Soldier Boy. He's like, oh yeah, he's my dad. Like he just wanted to go in there real quick and just be like, yo, everyone's like, yo, what the fuck wrong with you, bro? Like, yo, just chill.
Yeah.
Why? Like, but you could see that he was just getting upset that he wasn't in the spotlight, and he wasn't getting that attention that he wants. He again, A-Train going out like that made him feel like, bro, nobody takes me serious.
Yeah.
Like I ain't shit.
Yeah. I mean, he beat the shit out of Ryan. Now, Homelander beat the shit out of Ryan. I thought he killed the man. I thought he killed his son, bro. I thought he
oh yeah, he did beat the dog shit out of Ryan though.
I was like, oh man. And now Yui, the guy that plays Yui, now he married the head popper in real life. Like they actually married him in real life.
Oh, married
Let me pull up this. Living in ignorance here. Let me pull up there.
Oh man, Victoria Newman.
Victoria Newman. Yeah, Jack Quaid and what's her? Yeah, Claudia Dumit. Yeah, they got married.
They married in real life, huh?
Yeah, they got married like recently, I think.
Okay, yeah. Huey.
Yeah,
I see you, big dog.
My question to you is,
huh?
Okay, hold on. I gotta go back. Mother's Milk.
Yeah.
And Edgar. That moment though, like that conversation that they had in that vault. How did you feel about Stan Edgar's conversation about, the cogs in the wheel conversation? Because that was a whole speech, and that was also done by design.
The cogs in the wheel, and like with the V1 compound V1.
No, with corporations and people making money off the backs of people, and like you're not going to be successful in doing this. You remember how Edgar was like that? He was like, you're not going to be successful because you're causing the wheel. Everything's, Oh
yeah, everything's by design. You're here for a reason and to fulfill a very specific role. Like you're not going to be more than what you are right now because you're a cog in a wheel. You're not going to be successful.
Yeah. And
he said,
and the way he said it, it's like, okay, think about it in history. Like every time a regime falls, what happens? There's another that starts, and then you got to do the same thing, rinse and repeat. Like it doesn't just stop. It's like we on a hamster wheel. And MM was like, oh, you trying to take over VOD? He was like, yep.
Yeah.
And MM was like, all right, you on that bullshit, I'm gonna pop you. I'm gonna shoot you between the eyes. Easy. But for now, we gotta handle this shit out here. You know what I'm saying? But I think with because I met Lance Alonso. I met Mother's Milk like late last year.
Dope.
I asked him. You remember Hero Gasm? You know Mother's Milk Nemesis, the dude he killed, he choked out with his own.
Oh yeah.
And I say, bro, that scene, and I ain't even had to explain it to him. He said, look, I know what you're about to say. I had to do it because everybody else on the show had an embarrassing moment. Like I had to do that because it was like a rite of passage kind of thing. He said, I had to do it. Right. Everybody else had something embarrassing happen. I had to do the same thing. I said, oh, okay. But that though, you had to do that? Like, you had to do that?
Yeah. Everybody, I guess, did have some. I mean, because there was that thing where Huey was like bent over and strapped them into that joint at that party, right?
Yeah, with the spider guy.
Yeah, the spider guy. That's what it was.
I'm like, hey man, hold up, like hold up. So
That was a
he
lot.
said,
And he's right. Everybody did have that moment, but that was like, I'm glad you asked that question.
yeah. I was like, hey, bro, hey, we got to know, like, hey.
Inquiring
I
minds
was
are
like,
curious.
I was like, hey, like, hey.
Why? Why?
That's exactly how I asked you too. I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Like, what was going through your mind? What did you read the script before? You know what I mean? But yeah, I gotta ask him though if I ever see him again at a convention or something like that. Like sharing the screen with Giancarlo Esposito. Like this man is a phenomenal actor. And I know like Lonzo was over the moon just being in the same room as him and just having that moment, that one-on-one moment with him, and to be in present of that scene. So if I get a clip of that speech that Stan Edgar had, it speaks volumes because now it kind of lets, even though The Boys is entertaining, it also gives a lot of lessons, right?
It does. If you're willing to really watch it and listen to what they're saying, and it ain't just in the dialogue. It's in the things that you see. You know what I mean? It's in the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of really good work in the details.
Absolutely.
Like what's the dude, the dickless dude that's in the fraternity with Sam, the
Oh, for
dude,
Gen V?
yeah, in Gen V.
Oh man, you asked me that.
I say that because it's all part of the same thing, but you'll see. But when they put Marie Moreau up against Jordan Lee and everything, like you'll see him in there chanting and doing his F humans during the F human speeches and stuff, and you'll see him with the hat.
He's not a like a main character, is he? He kind of like a side character.
Kind of like a side character, but
Okay.
he's kind of a main character also.
Yeah, I gotta look at it again. Now, also Marie, yeah. So, what's her role to play in this? Like, is she gonna be in the final season of The Boys?
She got to be.
Like,
She got to be, and the reason why I say that is because, again, Sage, I think, is part of this much bigger issue. And remember, Odessa she's supposed to be stronger than Homelander. Marie Moreau is supposed to be the Homelander killer, according to Cypher, right? So, I think that's part of where all of this is going. Now, you've read the comics, so I guess,
not in like super detail.
but you know
broad
how it
stroke
ends.
that. Yeah,
Was Marie Moreau present in any of that?
No.
Okay, so there's no way that her story just ends there. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be more to it, and I know that this is the final season of The Boys, so
And maybe the final season is not the final finale of it because what if we got another season of Gen V? Like, what is that?
Oh,
like,
maybe that.
You know what
maybe
I mean?
there might be another season of Gen. Yeah, you might be right. There might be another season of Gen V, but I think the whole thing behind it around Marie Moreau and Project Odessa and her just being the strongest, I guess, mutant for better terms or soup that there is. They got to show it. They got to show her. Somebody got to stop Homelander, and right now it seems like Marie Moreau is the one to do that with the help of Sage. And then Godolkin. We got to find out what happens with Godolkin because Godolkin right now is on the prowl right now, turning everyone at God.
I thought he killed him. I thought he got killed.
I don't think Godolkin was killed.
Yeah, I want to say he got murdered. If
Nah.
I remember correctly.
Nope.
Hold on. Let me see. I want to say, who killed Marie. Season 2 finale. Yeah, she killed Godolkin. Marie did it. Polarity used upgraded electromagnetic powers to subdue Kadoken. Maria used
Oh
bluff
yeah,
manipulation.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Exploded his head and
right.
open torso. Yeah. Yeah, because Godolkin was on some other shit.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm tripping, bro. I completely forgot when Polarity showed up.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
Polarity showed up and broke that bond that Godolkin had with Marie Moreau, and then they went in and killed her. Yeah, that's right. You're right. But in any sense, it's the whole reason I feel like they have Gen V and they brought her into it is to beat Homelander.
yeah, but I'm curious on how well. Okay, she do blood manipulation. That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
that really do make sense. Even if he gets his hands on V1, it just you got longevity. You can live forever, kind of thing. But I don't think it makes him like
Impervious.
yeah, like because Soldier Boy still was getting popped. You know what I'm saying? He was bleeding or whatever, and he definitely almost died from that virus that was made.
Virus. Yeah.
Like he came dangerously close to dying. Like all it takes for a scientist to perfect it to combat the V1 and then it's a wrap. But I don't think, scientist is gone. He's out of there. He's off the grid. But Sage is definitely the major player. Like on the chessboard, she is the most important piece on that chessboard because she's the smartest person in the world, as Dean, and she's only dumb when she makes herself dumb. But she put a needle in her ear.
Yeah.
And that she just want to turn her brain off and just enjoy stuff and not know stuff. So Sage got a bigger plan at play because just like when Homelander was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna find me that V1," and she was like, "There is no more V1." You're like, "Yeah, it is. You can find it." She was like, "There's none. Like even if there were, we can't even perfect that." You're like, "Well, you just find some scientists. You just cook that thing up, man. You smart. You're smartest person in the world." I was like, I don't know. Homelander is getting a little smarter.
He's frantic. Also,
Yeah.
he's desperate.
Yeah.
I feel like at this moment because nothing that he's doing is working out in his favor right now either.
Yeah. And Butcher's a piece of shit, man. Like, bro, why
Butcher's
you
a
can't fix stuff with
hardcore
Ryan?
piece of shit.
Like, why you can't fix stuff with Ryan? Why you got to lie to this man the whole time?
The whole time.
You slip something in the man's pocket. It's like, bro, what type of time are you on? Come on, man. Like,
yeah, bro. I like to see how his story, how his arc ends. Also,
yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it.
yeah. I mean, I don't think he's gonna make it. He's gonna die eventually for sure.
Yeah.
But I want to see how he goes out.
Yeah, I think with Butcher, he's really outside of his friends or his colleagues or whatever. These are the people he's close to. But his wife, gone. Ryan is the closest thing to his wife, and he can't tell the truth to him 100%, which messes up their relationship. Which he don't have him like killed his dad because his dad was abusive. So even though he did it off screen, and then the people that he associates himself with don't trust him 100%. So I don't think this man gonna live. Like, yeah, or they're scared of him. Like he got, V running through his veins. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it by the end of this. Yeah, I think he's gonna go out of there. I think that's the best course of action for him, to be honest.
He needs to die. He needs to die. I think that's the best way for his character to close out because it seems that there's not that there's no redemption for him, but that he's just not really interested in redemption either. You know what I'm saying? He's just like he is who he is, and it is what it is, and that's it.
Yeah, and I hate final seasons, man, because I feel like some parts are like rushed. Not just with the boys. I'm just saying in general. When they say, "Hey, it's the final season," I feel like a part of me feels like you rushing certain things to get to a certain point to put a button on it. And I'm actually saying about the boys too. I feel like you're getting rushed a little bit, but I understand. I don't think you can put another season out of the boys. I think From what Eric Kipke was saying, like I don't want to get to a point where you're tired of watching The Boys. So let me end it right here and call it, because we could do it at season 6 or 7, but will you still be entertained by it? Like, what else can we do to keep you vested in it? So I get it. I get it 100%.
I do. I get it.
Get it 100%. Now, last thing we're going to talk about today is the Xbox. Xbox is lowering the price of their Game Pass, and shout out to Asha. I do have one thing. Okay, so it says that Microsoft has dropped the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate from $29.99 to $22.99 a month, while PC Game Pass is reduced from $16.49 to $13.99 a month. Both changes are effective immediately. Meanwhile, new Call of Duty games will no longer be included as day one releases in either service, and instead will be adding during the following holiday season. Call of Duty games that are already part of any tier of Game Pass are unaffected by this change. Now, our players cover a wide breadth of geographies, preferences, tastes, so while there isn't a single model that's best for everyone, this change responds to a lot of feedback we got so far. That was a major complaint. And shout out to Asha Sharma, man. She doing her thing, man. She, shout out to her. How you feel about it?
I think this whole thing is stupid, bro. I think this is stupid, bro. Like, and I know people are going to be mad about this because there's a whole bunch of Call of Duty fanboys that are out there and stuff like that are going to be pissed off about it.
I don't think so.
I think that there's plenty of it. You don't think there's any Call of Duty fan people left?
I think the fan base is there. I think the loyal fan base is there. With the last Call of Duty that came out, that shit was not good. Like that one's not good, but you got it fucked up though if you think that the next iteration of it is not going to be, Call of Duty and Madden. It's all the same shit, dude. People complain about it every year, but they buy it, the new one when it comes out. Yeah. Now, that being a big day one release on Xbox Game Pass, I think is a big reason why the Xbox Game Pass was so successful, because they were putting out these AAA titles. Now, I don't know which came first. I don't know if they dropped the price because Call of Duty is not going to be a day one release, or because they're dropping the price, they needed to make room, so they took the Call of Duty as being a day one out. So I don't know which one came first, but I still don't think that the last price point was a bad price point. Like I think for everything that you get with it, it evens out. You're getting all these games to play for how 22. Hang on. How much was the Game Pass before it got nerfed? $30.
Oh, that's easy math then.
Yeah, it was like
so for
it went from $29.99 to $22.99.
So for $360 for the whole year, you could play an ass of games. An ass of games, and not just regular games. These are AAA title games, like big games. Day one releases, you're playing them for free. That's a good deal. And people are bitching about it, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the economy's crazy. $30, it could be a deal breaker, but for everything that you get with it, it's not that bad. And if it was because they got rid of Call of Duty because they needed to drop the price because people kept bitching, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I think it was a ridiculous thing to complain about in the first place. Everything's going up. I just got an email that my Netflix is going up. Everything going up.
Yeah. I think,
you know what I mean? Okay. So now that it's going back down, I don't want to hear shit.
I think, like with Netflix, I hate to say this, but like you don't really like pay attention to it because you constantly like watch stuff on it, right? Xbox made an announcement saying, and it was kind of like a thing that made waves, and the amount of increase of the Game Pass had people up in arms. It's like, yo, what are you doing, right? And obviously, I feel like the reason that Call of Duty is no longer day one is the reason why this price dropped. And Asha was looking at ways to drop the price on Game Pass anyway. She said that in the beginning. She's looking for ways to lower the price on Game Pass to make it more easier for players. And she figured out a way. If, like, I have PC Game Pass, right? But at the same time, I don't play Call of Duty like that. And Call of Duty ain't really a Xbox title like that. But I think what Asha is doing is a step in the right direction, and there's a lot of, and she basing it off the feedback, right? She's getting the feedback and all that other stuff. Like PlayStation is taking back the PC exclusivity part. Like if there's a game on PlayStation 5, it's not going to be on PC. Like they took that away. Xbox can easily say, hey, PC Game Pass, whatever games we got, you can have it on PC. Also, we bringing back Xbox Arcade because I feel like Xbox Arcade on 360 was phenomenal. That's like one of the best things that was on Xbox, to be honest. Then you could bring back titles that is known for Xbox and make it exclusive for Xbox. We might not see Halo on PlayStation anymore with her. She might pull that back, which I have no qualms about that. I got no issues with that. Bring more exclusive Xbox titles, like or original IPs or stuff that original Xbox is known for and that's not out yet.
Why you don't have no problem with that?
But lowering the price of Game Pass?
No, with like for example, Halo not being on PlayStation no more.
No, because Halo is known to be an Xbox title. That's a flagship for Xbox.
Okay.
Now, I never agreed with that going to PlayStation though. I was like, why are you doing that? Like,
because
people want to play
video games together. Because people want to play video games together, Erskine. That's why. It's not like it's corny to think that you have to have both to play with your friends.
Oh, I get it. Like Mario. Mario is known to be with Nintendo. They ain't never sharing Mario. They might share some other shit, but they ain't sharing Mario. Zelda and Mario, you can cancel that.
Okay.
I feel that way about Master Chief. Anything else after that, you can share that. But I think you got to at least keep something to yourself because PlayStation got no problems doing that shit. They already told you straight out. Like
I know that shit drives me crazy. I hate that. Yeah. I hate that you know what I mean? I really do, bro. It just drives me crazy. You know what I mean? But I hate that if I want to play video games with my friends, I have to now go buy a whole nother
system.
A whole nother system, bro. I already bought the game, bro. You want me to buy it another system and then buy the game again?
Yeah. I mean,
that's crazy. Cool. Like when you buy the game, you buy the license to the game. You know what I mean? All of that is there. So you're allowed to play the game. The medium that you play the game on should be completely up to you.
Yeah.
That's corny. You know what I mean? If you want to keep something to yourself and make something proprietary, make your user experience proprietary. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make something that distinguishes yourself from everybody else, make your user experience proprietary. I mean, which they are, but just make it better. You know what I mean? Make your whole ecosystem better. You know what I mean? Make people want to consume your product. All PCs, all gaming PCs, more or less, do the same shit.
Yeah,
it's just a preference thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just the hardware that you're using, the medium, but. You still have people that buy Alienware. You still have people that buy Lenovo. You still have people that buy ROG. You still have people that buy MSI. These are all competitors. Like Xbox and PlayStation can compete within the same market the same way and still let these developers make games and make their money to sell to more platforms, right? So that they can make better games.
Yeah, yeah. I think... No, I mean by just flagship bearing game. And I mean like one game. Like I said, like with Nintendo, you got Mario. Mario is never going anywhere. Mario Kart never going anywhere.
It's weird, but I don't even consider Nintendo to be in this conversation. Like
Well, okay, well,
Nintendo is
PlayStation
very
with
specific, very
Astrobot.
niche. You're right. I mean, you are right. You have a point, but I'm just saying, like, Nintendo's different. Like, they don't put out next gen consoles. They put out like funny shit that works, and they know their audience. But
Hey,
don't put Nintendo in that conversation.
so supposed to help playing on the system, but those PC bastards be cheating.
They do be cheating, man.
That's why we got anti-cheats right now.
Yeah, for real, for us.
Yeah,
Because of us. I don't be doing that, but I am a PC player, and I have seen the dirtbag shit that be going on the internet
yeah, I see
with
that
people
too.
with a computer.
I got anti-cheat like shit on mine because if you ever like pull up something on Steam, it'll say like anti-cheat something, virtual file to anti-cheat something or whatever. But yeah. I just said the flagship stuff. Like PlayStation is known for Astrobot. Astrobot is not being shared with anybody because that's their mascot now. You know what I mean? That Halo and Halo only. That's it. Anything else, let it roll. I feel like Forza is multi-plat. Fable. And I'm begrudgingly saying that because Fable is known to be on Xbox, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you know, let everybody play that shit. You know what I'm saying? But
I think that if and maybe you're right, if Xbox, Microsoft themselves develop something, you know what I'm saying? But if I feel like if it's something that I can't really even use Bethesda, right? Because Microsoft acquired them. But Mad Dog, right? Like, or Rockstar, right? Let's say Rockstar. For them to make better games, it just makes sense for them to sell to more platforms.
Yeah.
And make their money. You know what I mean? And they
Let me tell you
do.
something.
Rockstars are weird because they do that, but
They do that. Okay, GTA 6. Okay, let me see. GTA 6. It's going to be okay. So GTA 6 is going to be on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Now I'm going to tell you straight out. The ultimate petty would be if Microsoft buy Rockstar. And it said GTA 7 will only be on Xbox. It is a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
that is a wrap.
It is done. Like, you ain't coming back.
What actually be crazy is if Valve bought the license to GTA 6 and you could only get it on Steam.
Oh shit. I don't think it would do that.
Fuck. Think about that.
Man, these what if scenarios. Microsoft ever say, yo, here's these few $1 billion right here. I get Rockstar Studios. GTA will only be on the Xbox. Them Xbox is going to be selling like hotcakes, son. Like,
yes, sir.
PlayStation would be traded off and all that. I got a PS5, and I'm telling you right now. I got a PS5. Microsoft says I buy Rockstar Studios and GTA 6 is going to only be on the Xbox. Guess what I'm selling? PS5. My PlayStation. Yeah. Because I'm going to play that GTA.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I told my fiance straight out. I said, when this thing drop, don't look for me for a week. I'll be in the house, but I ain't going to be in the house.
Yeah. Facts.
I got to get my weight up.
Yeah, man. I got to be in the gym, bro. I got some rounds of golf to play. You could play rounds of golf on GTA 6. You're muted.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can hear me. Huh. That's weird. That's weird. Huh. Yeah, I can't hear you. Hold on, chat. Can y'all hear Boogie? Say something, Boogie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking. It should be.
Oh, you know what? It's on my end.
What?
It's on my end.
Oh, okay. Because I see the
Yep.
thing moving on the interface.
It's on my end because I think my headphones went out. I think my headphones went out. That's crazy work. That is crazy work. I don't know why. I don't know what happened.
That'll
I
do
don't know
it.
what happened.
That'll do it. You gaslit the shit out of me,
I
ain't
might have to get another headphone set, man. I can't believe this happened.
it? Gaslit the shit out of me. He said, bro, I can't hear you, but your shit ain't working.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I guess it's a wrap for the show, man. I guess it's a wrap. I guess.
Well,
this might be a wrap, man. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I think I can't even hear Boogie. Y'all can hear Boogie. Y'all can hear Boogie. Just
yeah.
y'all can hear Boogie. Just I can't hear Boogie.
Oh, you went out.
Oh man,
crazy.
right here have a good convo right here, man. That is crazy, man. Boogie, even though I can't hear you, even though I can't hear you, hold on. Even though I can't hear you, man, do you have any parting words for the Geek Corner?
Yeah, man. It's a crazy world, so you got to make sure that the vault stays in pristine condition and clean. So until next time,
Look at that balloon
Boogie
night.
out.
Till next time, y'all.